Welcome to the premiere episode of In the Kitchen with Becca. Hello friends, it's your friendly neighborhood Becca. So today I'm gonna make a new recipe from a new cookbook I got from my awesome sister called A Farm Girl's Table. So this is In the Kitchen with Becca, a series where we make recipes that we've never made before and hope nothing terrible happens. Now a quick history. I tried making donuts for the first time a few weeks ago. I tried to make apple fritters and they looked awesome. They were totally raw on the inside. So I wanted to try this different recipe of just cake donuts and see if that's any better. We'll see, hopefully, I don't know. The recipe looks great. So in this book, recipe for old-fashioned donuts, and they look delicious. So Neil's guys have been working really hard, so I'm going to make the dough and form them tonight and then fry them tomorrow morning and deliver them. So let's hope I don't have to go buy donuts for Neil's guys and I can make them. And they're not raw, bloody raw. Hopefully Gordon Ramsay approves, you know, it's whatever, he's my spirit animal. Let's go.
So you're going to start with your recipe book, some room temperature eggs and butter, and a stand mixer. You're going to add 6 teaspoons of butter, half a cup of white sugar, and a half a cup of brown sugar. Then you are going to cream them together, and then make sure to look how beautiful your KitchenAid mixer is. Then one at a time, you're going to add 2 eggs until they're just incorporated. Then you're going to add a teaspoon of vanilla, and then some more. You're going to use your brand new sifter, which still has the tags on it, and you are going to sift together 5 cups of cake or pastry flour, tablespoon of blurry baking powder, and then a more in focus teaspoon of baking soda, followed by forgetting what's next, and then adding half a teaspoon ground nutmeg, allspice, and then a big teaspoon of cinnamon, and a small something teaspoon of salt. So you sift that all together into an epic, really cool time-lapse of flour. Next, you're going to incorporate a cup of buttermilk and your flour alternating. So you do that until your dough looks like this. Oh, hell yeah. Next, you're going to lightly flour your work surface, mine's my counter, and turn out the dough there. Throw a little flour on top. The dough is pretty sticky, and work it until it's a little bit more of a dough form. Then you're going to roll it out until it's about a 1/2 inch thick. And then you take your brand new donut cutter and cut your donuts until they look like this. You should have 18 donuts and 18 holes. Look in awe at your beautiful little donut babies and donut holes. Some of them look beautiful. Some of them looked a little fucked up. Put saran wrap over them, then put them in the refrigerator overnight. The next morning, take them out of the fridge and let them come to room temperature. Heat up some canola oil to about 375 degrees. You'll need a helper, a slotted spoon, a temperature, a baking sheet lined with paper towels, a drying rack over top, and then something to dip it in, either glazed cinnamon sugar or powdered sugar.
Okay, so I just realized I forgot to record probably, most likely, the most important part of making donuts is the, how you fry them and then coat them and things, so let's do that now via dramatic reenactment.
So you take your formed donut that looks like this, really pale, and then you're going to drop it in oil and it's going to go cook it about 1 minute per side or until brown around the outsides and around the center ring. Flip it and cook it another minute and then take it out of the oil, dry it off a little bit on the towels, and then dip it in either your cinnamon sugar like this or your powdered sugar like this. And then you will have wonderful, delicious donuts.
overall this morning, the donuts went really well. They turned out pretty good. They're pretty dense. The flavor's pretty good. And it kind of gets like a nice crunch on the outside, which is nice because it gets some texture. Overall, I want to try yeasted donuts. I think what I prefer, this is pretty dense for me. The flavor's really good, but I'd like to add some more flavoring to just make it a little bit, to give a little bit more oomph. And next I want to try a glaze, because like this is packed sugar, and then this is just, whoop, oh god, cinnamon sugar. And it's pretty good, but I prefer a glaze. I just didn't feel like doing it this morning. Don't judge me. The guys I just went and dropped off at, the few of them who had it, said they were really good. So, donuts, round 1 from the new cookbook. Pretty good. They weren't raw. They weren't raw. Oh my god, Dennis. What is it, bud? What is it? Anyways, they weren't raw. They were pretty good. Room for improvement, but great for a start. In the kitchen with Becca.